Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to do Warlock Solo. I know I'm 60, but this goes from all the range from level 40 to 54 where you can do it with XP. It is exactly the same you do as you do in low level that I'm going to do. In this video, I'm going to do the scarab pull, but you don't have to. I'll explain a bit more about it further in. So this is my talent. I'm running a Dark Pact Affliction Demo spec. You want to put your talents in this first. All these talents. And then you want to go down and you want to get this and fill it out as much as possible. I'm pretty sure, well actually it's level 41 to 54. But you want to get this first of all. If you don't have this, you cannot do it. In here you want this, because Dark Pact, what it does, it takes mana from your pet. And this gives more mana to your pet, so you can steal more mana. This I'm using just purely because I'm level 60 and it gives less mana cost. You want to use the imp because the imp has the skill called phase shift, which basically does so it does not go in combat. The issue with some other pits is it goes in combat, and the zombies, while you're gathering the pull together, starts attacking your pet, and if your pet dies, then you lose all your Dark Pact potential. Now you can summon a pet again during the kill phase, but I would just recommend to use the imp. It's better in the end. So first of all, you want to make it to the kill spot. My way usually when I'm low level is I go past here, you're going to pull those. You want to make sure that you counter strafe like those guys. So you make sure you don't give them your back so you can get dazed. If you're low level and you took some hard hits, you can go up here and you can reset like this. And the mobs reset. If you don't have low HP, you can just run across the wall, hug the wall, and this mob, it like kind of bugs out the patrol and it's not gonna hit you when you run close to the wall. It is gonna go after you, but you can avoid getting hit from it, even if it's a red mob for you. It is very high level, especially if you're low. What you want to do is you want to jump down then, and you want to continue. This spot here is a reset spot. However, if you can avoid it, I would recommend you to avoid it. Simply the reason is it's a very, very bad reset spot. Some of the mobs sticks on you forever, and sometimes you get killed doing it. So I would recommend very much, especially if you're low level, if you can get a soul stone on. Because you could be very unfortunate and you get dazed here, and then you need to try and use this reset spot. But sometimes the mob doesn't reset, so you just have to die on this side here. You can rest with the soul stone and you can run again. But I would recommend not to use it if it's an option. Of course, obviously, if you get dazed, you just need to reset. There's no other way. Jump around here. If you can jump around here, you can avoid a hit. And like I told before, you can hug the wall, and they got like a weird pathing. Only in the end, when you're about to hit those pillars, it's an issue. But yeah, you just get all the way over where you want to interact with Sumra. All you need to do is just cross the middle of this stone, and you're gonna start the battle. And you want to go and just open those graves. This is a reset spot. You want to reset them. Now this is a witch doctor, so it takes a lot of time to reset. There's some dodgy shit going on with their totems, and yeah, I don't know what. It will reset eventually. That's the good thing about it. There we go. Then you wanna take those graves. Also, note, it is very important that you have a minor speed increase on your boots. Else you are not gonna make the next graves that I'm gonna do. The mobs will hit you and you will 95% of the times die. It is very important. I'm gonna open all the graves. Try not to do a too bad pathing, so you can make it in time. And you want to go ahead, reset on this. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a fountain. Let's reset. The next thing you want to do the scarabs pull. Okay, first of all, if you just want to do the zombies, you're low level or you're not secure with the pull yet with the scarabs, you want to go and just take this, take the zombies. Then you just pull these graves, those here, and you go up and reset up here. And then you just take your time. Let the mobs reset, and then if you're an orc, you can just do this jump easy. Get up on the spot. Some races, like undead, dwarf, and stuff like that, cannot make the jump. So you have to mount up and do this. In the scarab pull, you have to jump up like this. Of course, like I said before, undead has an issue with jumping up. So the way you're gonna fix it is you need to use Elixir of Giant Growth. Let me find it. This one. I think you can get it roughly for 50 silver most of the time, or you can get some of your friends to craft it for 30 silver each, and it makes you make the jump in with no issues. However, I'm doing the scarab pull here, and there's a few things you have to notice with the scarab pull. There's patrols both ways. This one you can skip, but this one you have to take care of. You want to make sure that if it's a shadow, basically, shadow hunters and witch doctors are no-go in your pull. You do not want them in your pull. If you have them in the pull, you might as well reset. Shadow hunters is gonna kill you, and witch doctors is gonna heal your mobs. So you do not want them. However, if it's a soul eater, it's a blood drinker, you'll just put it into your pull like normal, and you just skip them. But now that I got a witch doctor, I know the other one is a blood drinker, but a witch doctor, I want to kill the witch doctor. There's multiple ways of doing this. As a low level, I would recommend you to use fear. Just want to dot it up and fear it. I'll show how I'll do it. As a low level, you want to fear and you just want to damage it. And whenever it gets close, or it throws a flash shield, then you just, yeah, it's whatever really. However you can kill it, you do it. When you get higher level, you can just nuke it like a 60. It doesn't matter too much. If you get low HP, just fear it, dot it. That's the safe way. But you only do that to shadow hunters, and you do it to witch doctors. That's it. Now my imp dismissed. I do not know why, but I'll just summon it again. If it's a blood drinker or if it's a soul eater, you just want to run along the way. Doesn't matter that you pull it. Make sure you don't get dazed. And then you go on top of this and resets. And you can reset it. Sorry, I'm a bit bad at this jump, but it should be fairly easy. Get up here, you reset them. And now you're ready to go for the scarab pull. What I like to do is I use rank 1 corruption to pull with, because I got the increased range. And I take the corners, this one, And I like to take this one. And then I like to just run here. Hold these, so you get the sides as well. To get as many as possible. And you can just run. Then since I left the graves here, I'll take the graves now. I'll pull it. And I jump up here. Now I'm an orc, so I can do the jump again. Quick. And you want to go quick, else these things resets, and you don't want them. Now I'm boosting a friend, so the pathing is a bit weird, because you enter combat no matter what. If you stand here, the mobs are not gonna go up. They're gonna reset, so you need to jump here for them in order to move. But when they get close, you wanna jump over to the other side again. And you always, there's like a line here, you wanna go ahead of it. And you wanna do it as far as you can. Now I'm just gonna take the thread off my friend, because I'm boosting him. You don't want to do this Rain of Fire, only when you kill face. I'm only doing it to get the thread. You can jump here. When you're in the middle, you just tap S once. And it kind of makes like a bug where it thinks you're standing down there and they try to run down to you. And they stack quite nicely. So you get it stacked. You go in front of this line. Throw it as far as you can. And you let it tick. When they get close, you jump over, get safe. While you're waiting for them to get back, you spam Dark Pact, so you can get your mana back. And you're ready. The reason we use Dark Pact instead of Life Tap is simply just because you don't have the HP to keep on doing the other shit. Now my mobs is quite unstacked. So the Scarabs want to throw disease on you. And I'm high level and I resisted a lot, so the Scarabs is gonna be pretty messed up in spots. So get it stacked again with a back pedal stacking. And I throw it up this corner again. Get back. Get mana up. Let them run back. Usually when they're around here, you can jump again. And you're ready for the next throw. Run back, jump over, and that's the kill phase. So now I'm just gonna kill it. You can do this from all the way from level until you get Dark Pact, really. That's it. That's all you need. I started at level 42 with this. Never had an issue whatsoever with the kill phase. I'm a bit experienced doing this with other classes, so it's quite easy for me. But if you feel they get too close, just better be safe than sorry, and don't create the extra tick. And just get it back in position where you can safely hit it. Now that they're close to die, I prefer to kill them around here. Reasoning being that you cannot loot them up here. Die too far away. Just jump around, stack them up. Also, you have 30 seconds to keep on damaging them. If you do not damage them within 30 seconds, the XP will reset. So you need to make sure that you hit them at all times, pretty much. You can do this with Eagle gear. That's probably what I would recommend. I haven't really tried fire spell damage, but it should be possible as well. And that's the poll. I killed 78 mobs. 15 minutes. You can see my last run was 10 minutes. If we go back to when I did it, you can see here. I think there was some issues with these runs, but yeah, that's resetted mobs and stuff like that. But if you look here, right? For example, this run, 17.5 minutes. This is before I did Scarabs. Give me a moment. Here, okay? I do, most of the time when I don't AFK or anything, 13 to 16 minutes, doing roughly 120,000 XP power, 110, between 110 to 140. This is also a good gold farm. It's pretty equivalent to buying Marauding Boost. However, this is free. You get gold out of it, and you actually get to play. So I'm just looting up. I made a macro to get back to Gadget Sand, so you can sell, you can reset, no problems. I'll show you the macro here. I'll link it in the description. Here, basically, it's like a ghetto hearthstone macro. And you just need to spam it until you see you leave the group, and it works like a ghetto completely. Obviously, you want Gadget Sand as your hearthstone, because if you don't have that, you're not going to go to Gadget Sand. But you can run back every single time. You can get back to Gadget Sand every single time. And then you can sell. Or you can melee greens to your bank ult, and then you can put it on auction, whatever you want. However, this was my guide. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.